What's up guys, my name's Dychronic here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about the best farms for Catalyst in this game. So if you found yourself finding trouble getting the Graviton cosmology kills, Sunblast for the Sunshot, or the sweet business kills, or even getting the Wordline 0 Catalyst, or any of the things, getting kills quickly or getting kills in a specific way, even the Polaris Lance, I'll show you a specific strategy for that one, getting very quickly. I did in 10 minutes, it was very quick. This is the video I'm going to be mentioning 7 different potential farms. Now these are not in any particular order because some of them are more consistent, but they're not as good. Some of them are better but less consistent. Some of them are better for certain catalysts but not for other catalysts. So this is just going to be a list of the 7 best ones that I found in Destiny 2. This video has been brought to you by the Feline Corporation. So if you want to see some cute and adorable kitty cats, make sure you look over at the screen right now. That's right, open your eyes. While you're watching this video with your eyes closed, open your eyes because there are cute kittens on the screen. Anyways, enough of that tomfoolery, let's get into the video. I'm gonna try to go through these quickly, so if I do go too quickly, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to answer your questions. But most of these are pretty straightforward, exactly how you expect them. So the first one is going to be the Nessus Hallows strategy. Now this is actually quite common. It has not been patched because I tried it literally an hour ago. All you do is you head over to Nessus in this particular location, head over to the Hallows, and you're going to infinitely spawn kill this door. Now the way this works is the enemies are basically warring against each other. So you have to wait for the message in the bottom left where it says enemy factions are warring against each other. However, every time I've ever arrived here, they're already warring, so I haven't actually ever seen that message, but that's what I've been told. And then you just spawn camp one of the doors. There's multiple doors in this area that infinitely spawn enemies. This is the door that I like the best. You can use things like Graviton Lance to get those Graviton Lance catalyst things for the explosions. The shanks don't count, by the way. For some reason they don't explode. This one is the best for the Sunshot because for some reason you just like infinitely explode them without ever doing anything. You can literally just shoot once and they'll just explode over and over and over again. I personally don't have the catalyst, but somebody else was doing it. It was very effective. And after a certain amount of time, this one will dissipate and the enemies will stop spawning. The best way to get this one to start spawning is to clean up the fallen in the area and then just wait for the warring factions, and then they should be there. So what if you watch this video later in the future, perhaps a few weeks from now? How do you know if this strategy has been patched? Usually you put a comment down below and wait for me to answer it. However, I have a better idea. I'm going to put a pinned comment at the top of the comment section. It's going to have information that I want to update with the video, but it's also going to say the Nessus Hallows strategy works as of this date. Now, I need you guys to reply to this comment whenever you find that it does work at a certain time or it doesn't work at a certain date. Reply to the comment and say, this Nessus Hallows strategy works as of this date. So if you ever want to know if this thing has been patched, just check that comment, check the replies, and it should be all there. And if you do end up doing this strategy, please come back to the video, leave a reply, say that it does work. Anyways, let's talk about number 2. This one's going to be the Escalation Protocol Wave 1 strategy. Basically, you go to Mars. I went to the top section because I like this area better. You start up Escalation Protocol Wave 1. There's a bunch of thralls that spawn. You keep killing these thralls however you want. Cosmology, Sunblast, Sweet Business, however you want, until the rifts spawn. And then what you do is you just re-teleport back to the area and then you just repeat over and over and over again. Keep starting wave 1, keep killing the thralls, and just keep corralling them like cattle and just exploding them with cosmology or whatever you want to do. One of the biggest problems with this is that the different allies in the area, the other guardians, for some reason decide they want to help. They're like, hey, this guy's starting up a wave of Escalation Protocol. I'm going to go over there and help him out because there are no rewards until wave 3, 5, and 7. It boggles my mind why people look at Escalation Protocol Wave 1 and go, yeah, I'm gonna go help him out. Let's see if we can finish it with these 3 people. That's gonna totally work. If you find there are too many allies in the area or they're already doing Escalation Protocol, go to the other areas and just keep going back and forth until you find an empty area and just do your strategy. This one is very inconsistent, so it's very difficult to do, but it is still very effective. Alternatively, if you want a more consistent strategy, the Lost Sector right next to it is much more consistent because it literally is the same thing every time. So if you go to the Break Tech facility area, the same place that I was doing this in, you go to the Lost Sector in this area and you continually progress through this until you find the multiple groups of thralls. There's a bunch of different thralls in this area that you can get your Cosmology, Sunblast, or Sweet Business kills on. This one's very effective. And then lastly, the boss. If you get the boss health very low in this area, it spawns more thralls for you and more enemies. so you can get tons and tons of kills off this. The only problem is you have to make your way through the Lost Sector, and you use a lot of time just trying to make your way to that specific point. But it is consistent because there are no allies in the area, and you can do it anytime you want. Coming up next are 2 meditation missions. If you did not know, you can repeat some of the campaign missions through her meditations with certain modifiers to make it a little bit harder, and you're kind of just repeating them. They're not very fun. They give you tokens for armor that you don't really want, and in general, nobody really does them. However, there are a lot of different places that you can farm quite effectively. The only downside is you have to wait for these particular missions to show up in her rotating stock, which can somewhat be annoying, but I'm giving you 2 to go farm so you can get those whenever they show up. The first one is called Hope. This is the first mission on Titan. I haven't actually gotten this one, but I have on good authority from multiple people on Reddit that this is pretty good. All you do is you proceed through the mission normally. Again, I don't have any gameplay for it, but you proceed through the mission normally. After the jumping puzzle, after destroying the gunk, you'll find yourself in a respawn restricted area. Group of thralls there, kill those guys off however you want. A next group of thralls, kill those guys however you want. Stop there, turn around, and go kill yourself by jumping off the edge of the Titan. Alternatively, kill yourself with a rocket. You'll respawn right in front of the thralls and you rinse and repeat. Should be pretty straightforward, get you a ton of cosmology, sweet business, whatever you want. Next up is going to be the mission called Chosen. This is going to be the final mission in the game where you challenge Gaul to a fight of wits. At this point, if you haven't finished the campaign, you should expect that there should be spoilers. This is the mission where you fight Gaul and defeat him. Right before Gaul, however, is going to be a giant group of dogs. Like 15 to 20 of those Cabal dogs are in this room. So proceed through the mission normally until you get to near the end where you'll have a giant room of dogs. This room is amazing for getting yourself sweet business kills. Now the reason why I say sweet business kills is because for some reason the Graviton Lance doesn't work. I tried it 4 times in a row with these 15 to 20 dogs, and it's only 1,000 kills for the cosmology, so at least 10 of those should have shown up in that period, and it never did. So for some reason cosmology doesn't count on dogs. Don't know why, it just doesn't. Now I do not have the Sunshot, so I cannot test whether or not it works here, but if you guys could tell me in the comments down below, I'll add it to my pinned comment at the top. And the reason why I don't know is because the Graviton should work, so that one also should work in the same way. But yeah, you can get 10 to 15 credit towards your sweet business every single minute or so, and it's just an amazing strategy. Shout out to one of my clanmates, Denimo, who showed me this strategy. His link will be in the description down below. He's the one who told me about this strategy. Another thing I wanted to mention right before I move on is the Skyburner's Oath doesn't count on these guys. For some reason, the dogs, they don't count as Cabal. Don't know why, they just don't. Coming up next is going to be your Polaris Lance farm. Now this one can be used for other ones, however it's not as effective for these other ones as the Polaris Lance. You can get all 50 of your perfect 5th elemental kills in 10 minutes. I went from 30 to 50 in 5 minutes. It was amazing. I couldn't even believe I even tried using it elsewhere. It's very effective. Now this takes place in the Castellum. If you do not know, the Castellum is the first place in the raid. So just spawn in the raid by yourself and just head into the area with all the staffs in it. A bunch of Cabal will spawn in this area. And not only that, the Cabal will spawn infinitely, making this infinitely easier. Now the way the Catalyst works is you need to get 4 headshots with the Polaris Lance, and that 5th shot right after you get those 4 shots will be an explosive shot. That shot will explode and set enemies on fire. Now you need to get 50 perfect 5th elemental kills, and that does not mean the explosion. That means the fire burning after the explosion. So you have to get 4 headshots without reloading, not in a row, and then you have to hit an enemy with that last explosive shot, not kill them with that explosive shot, and then kill them with the burn afterwards. That's not a very effective burn whatsoever. Now the reason why this strategy works so well is you get your 4 headshots, and then you send that explosive shot on a headshot on one Cabal, and it will kill him with the fire. Perfectly. Let me repeat that. 4 headshots on whatever you want, and then get 1 headshot with the explosive round on a Cabal that has full health, and he will die from the burn. Guaranteed, as long as you're the right light level, which is above 270 or 300 or something. And that's pretty much it. It's super effective, it's super quick. You can also use this for very, very quick Skyburner's Oath farming. I went from like 10% in like a few minutes, so it's actually very effective for Skyburner's Oath, but you do have to get like 1,000 kills with it, so it's quite a long one. And last up is going to be kind of a 2-part for the power weapons. Firstly, if you want to get power weapon kills, for the most part, you can just do it while doing other things. I've gotten all my power weapon ones just while doing other things. But if you're having trouble, for example, you're having trouble with the tractor cannon, which is the one I had the most trouble with, or perhaps the Darcy trying to get headshots. Firstly, the one I recommend is doing the Prestige Nightfall with heavyweight, which makes it so a lot more heavy ammo drops, and the heavy weapons do a lot more damage. Alternatively, if you don't or can't do the Prestige Nightfall, you don't have the legendary card from the Xur, you can farm the Underbelly engine strategy. All you need to do is head over to the engine room. To get to the engine room, I'm just going to very quickly show you. You open the Underbelly with the levers down below. Look that up online if you don't know what that is. 153246. And then you go through the pipe section. You just keep going straight up through the lift. You can't go any other direction except for killing yourself. Once you get to the fork, where there's going to be kind of reddish room on your left, and then a straight corridor in front of you, head left, and that will lead you into the engine room. This is where we're going to be farming our power weapons, because so much power ammo drops so fast. I personally was using this room to farm my Worldline Zero Catalyst, which you need to get a bunch of PvE kills with a sword. So again, this is kind of a secondary strategy. Use that for the sword. And the reason it works for that is because all the enemies in the area are basically elite enemies, and you just get tons and tons of heavy ammo. You'll never need heavy ammo. So all you have to do is just go in, shoot the different watchers in whatever way you want to do with, you know, getting headshots with your Darcy, or you kill them with your tractor cannon or whatever. And then whatever you want to do, once you've alerted them, all the enemies are going to spawn from the same door. So you're just going to want to spawn camp that door with whatever heavy you have and just kill all the enemies that come out of it. I think 4 Scions and 3 Flamers come out of there. And then once you kill all those, mop up the watchers in the area, and then just go back to the door and respawn the area. And then you just rinse and repeat. It's really just that simple. Now, obviously, certain weapons will be a little bit more difficult, but for the most part, everything is as easy as it possibly can be. You know, getting certain elemental kills with Borealis is pretty straightforward. Getting headshot kills with the Darcy is pretty easy because you can shoot the flame tanks off of the flamers, as well as the watchers are standing still. If you need to get rocket launcher kills with the Wardcliff, it's all right there. Tractor cannon, just spawn camp the door and just kill all of them. Should be very, very easy. And that's all there is to it. There's really not much more to say about these strategies. That's my 7/8 top best strategies for farming the Catalyst. Now, I know I haven't completed all of them, but I want to go out and complete all of them, and I wanted to find the best strategies. So I scoured the internet, and I found what seems to be the best strategies. Now, if there is something I missed, let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to hear about it, because I'd love to try it. But these are just 7 that I thought were really good. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, like top 5s, or like top 5 PvP weapons, top 5 PvE weapons for the raid, stay tuned to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and turn that bell on for notifications, because turning that on means you actually see my videos. And the very last thing I want to mention in this video is I have a Discord. It's a public server Discord with lots of cool things like Star Wars ranks, different rooms you can earn as you progress just by messaging. You can ask me questions, and I am super duper active. Anytime I'm in front of my computer, I have Discord up. So if you ever want to ask me a question, or if you wanted to play, let me know at Discord, join my server, and we also have fun things, like lots of events. Like once a week we try to have an event where we all come play together, like Overwatch or GTA or even Destiny Raid Carry. So head all over there and check it out if you want to go say hi. Anyways, I've been your host, Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.